Russians queue to support Putin opponent in presidential election race.
This post received a score of 6,200, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Nadizdem is a regular on Russian talk shows. His job is to portray the lone anti-war voice amongst a lineup of rabidly extreme genocide advocates. He makes his apparently reasonable points, only to be savaged as a traitor, a fool and a stooge by all the other guests and the presenter. This is a more effective method of state propaganda than simply censoring anti-war voices. So it's difficult not to see him as another fake opposition figure, designed to give Russia's pretend democracy an illusion of plurality.
The fact that he's alive tells you a lot. The regular on Russian talk shows did it for me. No other proof needed.
This is a legitimate question, as I don't understand Russian politics, but where would genuine opposition candidates go to talk about their views if not on television? Edit. You guys can stop making defenestration jokes now. They're very funny, well done.
Nowhere. If you are general opposition, you and your mama are under surveillance.
Or dead.
If they reach a certain level, they get to go to prison instead.
A lot of the ones that reach a certain level throw themselves out of that floor's window.
This could drop Putin's vote share as low as 110%.
He might have to run a campaign this time if he doesn't wanna fall behind his friend, Kim's 156%.
Well done, comrade. Thank you for voting. Now put your vote in the garbage bin right here. Thank you. Next.
Despite what people say on Reddit, Putin is worried about this election. When autocrats hold elections, they're not worried about losing the election. They're worried about potential unrest that can follow when people start talking about how the election is rigged. This happened before in Russia during the 2011 to 2013 protests, and that was a time of relative stability and prosperity in the country. This video does a better job of explaining Putin's calculations on this than I can.
Do people think Putin would just step aside?
It's part of the Russian political theater. This isn't remotely an actual challenge to Putin's rule.
Plus now he gets a whole list of names of potential dissidents.
How can they be dissidents? After their votes, all of them are going to Ukraine to fight for Russia.
This is a ploy to identify Russians who are against the war and weaponize voting. Much like how Putin has shipped off dissidents, prisoners, etc. to die in Ukraine, this is another move to eliminate opponents.
Holy shit, that's incredibly terrifying and probably true. Russia needs another revolution.
This is not true, by the way. One thing that disqualifies an inmate from singing up for Russian army is being sentenced for extremism, read, by being anti-Putin activist. You know, it kinda doesn't make sense to give guns to people who hate you.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.